for Costa Ricans, I think this is an interesting question, and that is, what is the importance of learning Spanish in the United States in general? How
The
how
whole
important?
West Coast of California.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's funny that you say that because the East Coast,
Mm-hmm.
Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont, the
Mm-hmm.
language that kids choose to study is French. And it's because of
Really?
the French Canadians. Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Huge, huge, huge classes of French.
Mm-hmm.
But for most part, the rest of the country, especially on the West Coast, you
Mm-hmm.
got all of the West Coast and Texas. And then if you think of all the, well, you guys know all the states that
Right,
are
right.
Spanish names
Mm-hmm.
like Montana and Colorado and you know,
Arizona. Mm-hmm.
Arizona.
California.
You have this huge California.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have this huge population of Latin Americans.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, so because I mean they originally owned it, so of course they're going to be a lot of the descendants still living in the US. So
Mm-hmm.
the importance of the importance of speaking Spanish, it's really come in handy for me, especially in California. And when I have somebody who comes to deliver something and the English is very weak, I'll automatically go right into Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I had a
Mm-hmm.
guy deliver a package here about a month ago, and he was stumbling in his English, and I finally said to him, "Usted habla español, huh?" And oh boy, was he happy, you know, because then it was we were able to communicate just fine. And
Oh,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Americans are really stubborn when it comes to learning a foreign language. There's this attitude among Americans that, you know, we're the best, so you learn English because we don't have to learn your language.
Right, right. Mm-hmm.
But you know, I've helped out several people because I was able to communicate with them in Spanish. You know,
Right. Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Now,
Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah,
sure,
right.
sure. We love stories.
I was at the DMV, which is the Department of Motor Vehicles,
Okay. Yeah.
and I had just moved to Los Angeles from the East Coast. I grew up in the East Coast in Connecticut, and
Uh-huh.
I moved to the West Coast. I got a job out there, and I had to get my license, a California license.
Your driver's
So,
license.
yeah, my driver's license. So I
Mm-hmm.
went out there, and I'm at the office of Department of
Mm-hmm.
Motor Vehicles. We call it the DMV, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
standing in line, and there are these two Mexicans in front of me, and
Mm-hmm.
then there are a couple more behind me standing in
Mm-hmm.
line.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I'm five. Well, I don't know what you guys do, but I'm 5'6", and I got blue eyes, so I'm about as American looking as you can get.
Right.
And the guy in front of me says to the other guy, "¿Por qué estamos aquí? ¿Cuál es el propósito de estar aquí en esta fila?" And
Mm-hmm.
the other guy says, "Yo no sé." And so the guy turns around, looks at me, and goes right to the guy behind me because he figures gringa, she's not going to understand Spanish, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
he goes to the guy behind me. ¿Cuál es el propósito de esta fila? ¿Por qué estamos aquí? And
Mm-hmm.
the guy says, "Yo no sé. No te, pero este señor aquí me dijo que esta es la fila que necesito yo." So then he comes to me and he says to me in very British, "What this line for?" And I went right into Spanish. And I said, you know, to get your license so that you can drive. But I did it in Spanish.
Right, right, right.
And
Mm-hmm.
I turned around to his friend and said, "La gringa habla español." La gringa habla español. Because it's just not a common thing for
Right, right,
Americans to speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
right, right,
West,
right.
it's a little bit different. There are, you know, it's getting better on the West Coast because of the number of Latinos that we have there. But
Mm-hmm.
no,
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the country, no, nobody wants to
No.
learn a foreign language.